Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Melanie back with Melanie Loves Death Metal. Got a small collection update today. Finally got some packages I've been waiting for. One of them I'm very excited to show off and talk about today. Since it's a smaller collection update, I'll probably talk a little bit more about some of these things I received. And hopefully we'll get some of you to go out and buy some of these releases. I believe most of these are still in stock. And I'll, as always, I'll link in the description where I got these. So I got 4 packages. I don't remember. I got several packages, mostly tapes, only one vinyl today. I actually tracked a couple other packages that I have on the way, and they seem to be stuck in the Jacksonville distribution center. So I currently live out in Tampa. Jacksonville is several hours away from me. It's one of the bigger hubs for the post office. And they seem to be really backed up due to all the issues that have been going on with the post office, unfortunately. So they are backed up, and I've had packages sitting there for almost a week now, which is kind of frustrating. So hopefully my vinyls come intact. They don't come warped, because sometimes when they sit in a warehouse somewhere or a truck, they have come warped in the past. So crossing my fingers, trying to stay positive about that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to save the vinyl for last, because that's what I'm most excited about in this collection update today. But yeah, like I said, got several packages. I'll start with the very first one. This is probably the package that I know the least amount about of what I bought, just because it's a new artist that I'm collecting. So I don't really know a whole lot about their background. And I Googled them and just to see like what I was buying, and come to find out there's about 30 other EP demos, full lengths. Like, it's a very large discography, and the ones that I touched have been in the most recent years, but there's been stuff that dates back to, oh geez, let me see here, 2003. So I got a lot of catching up to do. But one of my really close friends who, said to me one day, hey, if you're getting into black metal now, like diving more into it and starting to listen to things that are not from the 90s, like Emperor, Mayhem, all that stuff, I got a couple of suggestions for you. And with that came one band that he mentioned and said, like, hey, like, you might like some of the stuff, you might not. Like I said, there's so much stuff that's been released, so I haven't even nearly cracked or made a dent into this discography. But the 2 albums that I did listen to, and that was simply because I saw they were available on a distro from Canada that I mentioned in a past video, Tour de Garde. Liked what I heard, bought them. The tapes were only $5, which was incredible, by the way. And then I got it in less than a week. So again, props to Tour de Garde. Amazing distro. They have a website, and then they have a discography or a Discogs marketplace. Sometimes the prices are cheaper on their website than on Discogs, but you just kind of go back and forth. But yeah, so with that said, I'll stop babbling now. Drowning the Light. So yeah, this is an EP from 2013. I don't remember. It's not anything recent. It is called Paradise Slaves. Drowning the Light is, I believe, a 2-man band. I'm probably wrong about that, but Asgore is the main guy. He's got several projects in the black metal scene, like tons of different side projects. A lot of people know him. These tapes are just plain black tapes, no printing on them, so keep that in mind if you have 1,000 of these in your collection, to make sure to put them back in the right cases if you're not. Otherwise, yeah, that can be confusing. But the J card is really nice. It folds out, has a little bit of a saying here that's very dark, and if you really are interested, you can pause and read it. I'm not going to read it out loud. Then on this side, very nice quality, I will say. And then it folds out like this, and then on the other side it has the Tour de Garde information. So yeah, this is the first EP that I bought. I actually haven't listened to this since I got it. I just got this in the mail, so like I haven't popped this in yet, but I'm excited to dive into this discography and get to know more. So yeah, that was the first tape in that package, and then the second tape was, I believe this is a 2017 EP. This is one I was thinking of. Another Drowning Delight, and this one is called Lost Kingdoms of a Dark Age. So this is actually one that I listened to on Bandcamp, and I liked what I heard. So this was originally what I went and looked for, and they had it. Just another plain black tape. So that was cool that they had it. I was surprised. Sometimes these black metal artists are hard to find their stuff. Again, another really nice printed J card. There's the members right there, and then it folds out into this, again, you know, folds out with the Tour de Garde stuff there. So yeah, black metal, again, just learning. So if you're watching this video and you're a huge Drowning the Light fan, please don't castrate me. I don't really know much about the project other than that there's a lot to dive into. Black metal fans go nuts over this stuff, and then there's some stuff that they're not a big fan of, but yeah. So that was the second tape that I got in that package. Tour de Garde, seriously check them out. If you live in the US, you don't have to worry about that crazy shipping price or anything like that. It came in less than a week. I ordered this on Saturday, I think, of last week, and I just got it this morning. So really good stuff. Okay, so moving on to the second package I got. It is a tape that I've been wanting in my collection for a while, since it came out about a year ago. A band that probably needs no introduction in death metal, but it is a compilation tape, Undeath. And this is the Sentient Autolysis. I don't know. Anyway, it's a compilation album of, I believe, I don't even remember, a demo and probably another EP or something like that. But yeah, Undeath, currently on Prosthetic Records, came out with an amazing release last year. One of my favorite albums that came out last year. Just great old school sounding death metal. A nice white tape with a sticker. So this actually is a Hostile Records release. Pretty much sold out everywhere, being sold on Discogs for a stupid price. Please don't buy it. They're showing up on distros everywhere. I got this through Life After Death. He got a Hostile Records distro update last week. I snagged it as soon as I could. I'm pretty sure they sold out though on Life After Death's website. But I know that other places are starting to slowly get these in. So be patient. And yeah, this is Undeath. Like, I don't think this really needs any introduction. But was excited to finally add that to my collection. And then finally, the third package I got was from Shrill Cries Distro, which is one of my favorite distros. And you will probably realize that as I make these videos, because I buy a lot from them. They got a bunch of releases that I was like, well, I got to snag these as soon as you have them. So, and I believe all these are still in stock on their website. I don't think any of them have sold out yet, so you might get lucky and grab some of these. Some old school stuff here, and then a couple new school stuff. So the first tape that I got in there is Gutted, and this is Bleed for Us to Live. Let me see what date this came out. Gutted, yeah. Okay, so this is actually their first full length. They're an old 90s old school death metal band. They're no longer active anymore, but this is their first full length. Good stuff. Again, I've been trying to collect the 90s bands and their demos and their EPs and their full lengths as I can catch them. But yeah, this is really good stuff. Definitely check this out if you're a death metal fan. It's just on this nice little gray clear tape. And then the J card is actually really, really nice. It's very large. But it's got, you know, thank you notes, liner notes, pictures of the band. Love the album cover. And then lyrics on the other side. Again, so, you know, gore death metal, I guess you could say. That's a thing. Death metal, 90s gore death metal. Really good stuff. If you're into the old school death metal collecting, this is definitely something you have to have in your collection. So like I said, I'm pretty sure they still have these in stock. So definitely, I'll link in the description. Head over there. You can find this anywhere and listen to it if you want to listen to it before you buy it. It's not hard to find. So Gutten is the first one. Also, I feel like this also probably doesn't need an introduction either. If you're into death metal, you know who this band is. The second tape that I got was from a newer band. It's a band that I was not too familiar with, but I've seen it around the distros and people talking about it. And I know, I believe they're currently on Dark Descent Records, so you obviously have seen promotions for them. And finally decided to sit down and take a listen, see what this was. And I actually really liked it, of course. And it is a death doom band from Denmark, I believe. And that is Sulphurous, which, so some of you probably are like, duh, Melanie, yeah. Again, newer stuff I tend to miss the mark on sometimes. So, but yeah, Sulphurous, this is a compilation of 2 EPs that they have out right now. One EP that recently came out last year, I think, and then another one that came out like 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, death doom metal. Of course, I liked it because that's probably one of my favorite genres. It comes on this nice, like, fluorescent, yellowish, greenish tape. And then the J card. Just a very simple J card. This came out on Desiccated Records. So I've seen this around. Like, I think Caligari still has some of this. Shrill Cries still has some of this. I believe I've seen this on Head Split. I might be wrong about that. No, I definitely was on Head Split. I don't remember. I've seen this everywhere. A lot of distros have this. I will link where I got it. Definitely still in stock. Really good death doom. Very good. It looks like they had a full length come out in 2018, so I'm gonna go and try and find that and really dive more into this band. So really good stuff. And then finally, the last tape that I received this morning and yesterday is this. Another one from Shrill Cries is Iria. I'm probably saying that wrong. So this probably looks familiar. So yes, they did have a new release this year, I think a couple weeks ago. It is completely sold out everywhere. I missed out on all the pre-sales. I cannot find a vinyl anywhere. I can't find anything. People are selling it for an insane price. This is their EP that came out last year. So I snagged it just because I love this band. It's a black metal. They're considered black metal, okay? But hear me out. They sound like a blackened death metal in some aspects. Whatever, it's really good stuff. So this is an interesting tape that I have. It's not a slipcover. It's very nice quality, but it is this like slip box that it comes in, and then a white tape. And yeah, it comes in this really nice box. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I have a couple other tapes that have, really cool packaging, but this was cool. So yeah, this is an EP. I think some of these are on the newer album too. I can't remember. But this originally came out on, here we go, Repulsive Echo Records. Really failing about this, but yeah, again, so I listened to this on Bandcamp because I bought the digital version after their new release came out, and I've listened to this a lot. I love it. I think it's fantastic, and their new album is fantastic. So if anybody knows where I can find their new album for, a decent price that's not insane, let me know. I've searched as much as I possibly could with what I knew of where to get it from. But yeah, so at least I have this for now. And I bought the digital version on Bandcamp just so I could listen to it. But yeah, really, really good stuff. I don't know. This band is great. Probably one of my new favorite bands this year. So really hope I can get their newest full length on any sort of a media possible, except for CDs. I do not collect CDs. We will talk about that another day. So yeah, those were all of my tapes that I got. The next thing I have a little bit of a story behind. So one label, that's what they are. And I believe that they may possibly have done distros. I don't think really they do that much stuff. But anyway, they do these exclusive releases for mostly black metal artists. At least that's what I understand. But it's nothing like you would think. I have had probably one of the best experiences when it comes to buying a really exclusive drop from a label, because they shipped it the day that I bought it. I didn't have to wait, and I got it less than a week later, which in my eyes as a consumer, every label should do that. The pre-order stuff, like, yeah, sometimes it's nice and I get it, and you know, there's printing that needs to be done and all these other things, but if you have it ready to go, like, that's just excellent customer service. Just ship it out as soon as you pay for it. There's several other labels and distros that do that, but this particular one, Appalachian Noise, above and beyond for the people that pay for what they, for people that buy their products. So last week there was a very exclusive drop that I saw announced, and I am very familiar with this artist, so of course I was like, yes, I'm going to try my best to get this. I have failed several other times for Appalachian Noise releases, Valak ones, just to name one very popular one. Just never was able to get in. They sell out so fast. Like, the exclusivity around some of these black metal drops are insane to me. I know that death metal has them too. Like, Gurgling Gore is definitely a label that sells out super fast, and I've been lucky enough these last couple releases to get them. So yeah, like, I get it. It's, you know, it's exhilarating. It's like an adrenaline rush at sometimes. But yeah, I got super lucky. I set a reminder on my phone this time. I logged in early, had my refresh button ready to go, had the Instagram post up. As soon as I saw it went live, ordered it, got it. It literally sold out in like 15 minutes. Limited to 500 releases. And that is Commodus with his first EP. What the hell's the name of it? From the Ashes of Empire. I always forget what the name of this EP is. I don't know why. So Commodus' first EP, repressed on a really, really nice vinyl. I was super happy that I got this because I am a big fan of this one-man black metal project music. It's different. It's not like any of the other black metal that I've listened to. This is a very raw EP, but it's really good. I love it. I'm sorry, I keep calling it EP. It's a demo. Jesus. Commodus. So here's a story though. I assumed, because there was no description of what I was buying other than that it was a vinyl, that it was just going to be a black vinyl, black wax. And I was fine with that, obviously, because I bought it. And then I open it, okay? And I start to take it out of the sleeve, and I notice it's not plain black vinyl. It's a colored vinyl, which just shocked me, to say the least. Was not expecting that. And it's not just a colored vinyl. It's one of my favorite types of colored vinyls. And I know I talked about this in the Venom box unboxing. My profile picture is holding a similar type of color pressing. But that clear pressing with the like colored blob in the middle is probably one of my favorite types of color variants on a vinyl. So I opened this and I gasped, just like, oh my gosh, was this a mistake? No, it's not. This is actually a pleasant surprise, and I've started to see these pop up on Instagram. I messaged one of my friends on Instagram who I know got one, and he's like, yeah, I got the same one. So yeah, that was a really, really cool surprise, and definitely left a big smile, stupid smirk on my face when I saw that. So props to Appalachian Noise. They do great drops. They release great material. I know their tapes are great quality. Their vinyls are great. They release great artists, and they don't deal with the bullshit flippers. They take names of those flippers and they refuse their sales, which is another thing that is just fantastic, because this will probably go for over $100 on Discogs now if anybody decides to sell it, which you shouldn't sell it. Don't do that. Just don't do that. I got this for 25 bucks. Like, come on. Stop flipping stuff like that. Yeah, limited to 500, but, you know, I don't know. Just people that buy these special edition, these special drops, and then go and flip them on Discogs for over $100 than what they're actually worth just make me angry. So it's nice to know that Appalachian Noise is taking notes of who does that, refusing their sales, removing them from the equation for people that genuinely want to keep this in their collection forever, enjoy it, and not try and make profits off it, that just want to have this music in their collection. So yeah, this was my one thing that I was super excited about. I cannot wait to really fully listen to this today when I'm done recording this and then getting some stuff done with work. But yeah, so that's my update collection today. Collection update. Jeez, I cannot talk. Like I said, I have several other things coming in the mail. I'm hoping I get some tomorrow. I have some Bandcamp Friday releases I still haven't received from the last one that just happened. Which is another segue into tomorrow's Bandcamp Friday. I'm going to link some stuff that you should go buy. There's several different drops happening at midnight tonight. Sewer Rot Records has 2 tapes coming out from 2 awesome death metal bands. Definitely going to stay up and try and get those. There's a couple black metal releases going on at 5 a.m. Lamp of Murmur, and then Sadon. I don't know how to say your name. I'm so sorry. U.S. black metal artist. I'm gonna try my best to get one of those. I don't have high hopes on that, but I'll try my best. And then I believe Gurgling Gore has a release coming out tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Wharflurch has their Shit Slime EP that they're going to be releasing on their specific Bandcamp. There's a bunch of stuff coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to go bankrupt or at least broke for the weekend if you're planning on buying anything, because there's tons of stuff coming out. So I will link everything in the description that I know that's coming out tomorrow that I'm specifically going to get or try to get. But I want to spread the wealth because these are all great releases that are coming out. All right. Definitely probably not going to do a video tomorrow. I'm going to take the weekend off. It's impossible for me to record when my kids and spouse and animals are around. But yeah, in this, definitely you can find this on Bandcamp and stuff. Take a listen to it if you're trying to get into black metal. I think Commodus is a good. It's a good. You know, it's not like Black Solis. It's definitely, it's raw, but it's got some fun elements to it. It's definitely different than what I normally listen to. All right, thanks guys. Have a great weekend.